Every atom in your body was once inside a star. Today, we will learn about the basic concept of a star. A star is a huge ball of gases called plasma. Have you ever wondered why a star is called plasma if it's a very hot gas? We will deal with that in today's video. Now, before going into plasma, let's discuss that matter exists as solid, liquid, and gas. But when a gas becomes extremely hot, the atoms break apart. When the temperature becomes extremely high, electrons will get knocked out of atoms. Now, the question is, if the temperature is really high and if the atoms could break apart, why these atoms are concentrated towards the center of a star? Why not it escapes into space? Right? It's because of gravity. Now we know that on the earth, warm air rises despite gravity. Have you ever wondered why the air rises if there is gravity? It's because of buoyancy force. Buoyancy force, it pushes the lighter air upward. Now, this is a theory related to fluids. Air has a property that it behaves like a fluid. A lighter substance can rise in a heavier substance. That is why lighter air would rise up and colder air would sink in. Now on earth, buoyancy force, it pushes the warmer air upward, which is greater than the gravity that is pulling the warm air downward. Now why this buoyancy force is not in space? Buoyancy needs gravity to exist. In space, as we know, gravity is extremely small. So buoyancy disappears. So there is no question of warm air rising because of buoyancy, because there is no buoyancy there. Now, how come in a star there is a lot of gravity if there is no gravity in space? Now we know that more the mass, more the gravity. A star like the sun has enormous mass, so its gravity pulls everything towards the center. Because the sun's mass is very huge than the buoyancy force, the plasma would get compressed. There is gravity inside the sun, there is buoyancy force as well, but the sun's gravity is greater than the buoyancy force, it gets compressed into one particular center. Now, as plasma gets compressed, the temperature would increase. As the temperature increases, the pressure increases. Now, there are two types of forces that are happening inside the star. Firstly, there is a gravitational force that is pulling the atoms towards the center, and there is a heat pressure that is emitting energy. So, it's a balance there. Gravity pulls inward and pressure pushes outward. And also understand that plasma cannot escape. To escape the sun, they should reach about 618 km per second, which is not normal. So usually plasma would stay attached to the star. And there is a concept of, though plasma is attached to the star, there is a concept of solar ejections, which happens because of magnetic field. We will deal with that in our